Hey, Why We Love Horror TV is back. There's a show we said we were going to cover, and here we are covering it. It may be a few days late, but we promise we'll be on time from here on out. I'm JWMaher. That's Aaron Brooks. What are we doing today, Aaron?
Yeah, welcome back to Why We Love Horror. We are going to be covering each episode of It, Welcome to Derry, the HBO Max original. There's a shot of some of the kids. Really quick synopsis of it to kind of set it up and set up the show overall, like however many seasons this goes, which I hope it goes a few seasons. I think they're going to go back like 27 years every single time, or maybe they'll go back a little more in time as it goes. But this time they've gone back 27 years because that's when Pennywise has emerged, and it's a prequel, although this prequel for Pennywise is like still in like not even the middle. Like I don't even know what part of his run this is, but he's been around for millions of years. And that whole lore, I think, will get explored through this series slowly.
Yeah, so we're very much in the 60s here because it's
Yes.
27 years before like the 1989, 1990 setting of Andy Muschietti's It and It Chapter 2. So we start with just like a kid named Maddie, and his home life must not be good because he's basically choosing to be homeless, vagrant, run away from home. And he's sneaks into a movie theater, runs afoul of the usher, though it seems that the owner of the movie theater, Hank, and his daughter Veronica kind of like him, but they can't save him from the white devil usher who chases him out into the street.
Yeah, this kid using a binky, by the way, when he's like 10 years old, just to indicate he's been neglected and abused. Just a good little opening there of just like a troubled kid who, is Pennywise's favorite sort of subject to target. So
Pennywise loves him like this, and then he tries to hitchhike out of town. He's picked up by a family, like a typical like 60s family, but it turns out that they are, I'm guessing, a manifestation of Pennywise, one of Pennywise's many manifestations.
Yeah,
and there's some gross shit happens in that car. I would say it right off the bat. We have like a very graphic birthing of I don't know what you call that thing, like a gargoyle child.
Yeah, it was like a winged demon child. They showed the entire birthing canal here. Like they go for it.
Oh yeah.
And like even like when they're before in the movie, they're like showing, which I believe was the Music Man, they're showing on the screen. And I know that the Music Man, like roughly, it's basically about a insidious presence, basically selling town on a bunch of something, on like a scam. But in this case, obviously with Pennywise, it takes a much more ominous, analogy there. But like the song that was kind of playing was like very much kind of could apply to Pennywise and the town of Derry as a whole.
The trouble song, yes.
Yeah, so I
works
mean,
perfectly.
It reminded me a lot of another really great HBO show, Watchmen. So like that's pretty strong work there from the Muschiettis. I liked the two It movies. I don't love them like a lot of people do, but for me, so far what I'm liking from this is it does feel like it's very much in the world of the It movies, for one, even though those happened 5-7 years ago at this point. But also, I just feel like they're going to expand on the weird lore of Pennywise, which is where I want to go, that he's more than just a clown. And this is about to show it, I think, a lot. I'm sure we'll get clown form at some point, but Pennywise isn't a clown at the end of the day.
He's whatever he wants to be. It's whatever it wants to be.
Right.
Yeah, I think this show is like, if this is the tone we're gonna get through all the episodes, like they're going for it. They don't give a shit. Like they like, and we'll get into like other stuff, but like we kind of see other characters. So this Maddie kid gets killed, abducted, whatever, put into the universe of Pennywise to be part of the amalgam that tortures other children, and then we're kind of left with all the kids at the elementary school that are left behind. They're either elementary school or middle school age kids. They don't really make it clear. We got Teddy, who actually is the uncle of Stan Uris. So if you know your lore, you know what happens to him. He has a larger friend named Preston. There's a mentally ill girl named Lily. But she's functionally mentally ill. And then there's a little girl that just tags along from the library, Susie. And they're like the group. They become like the Mystery Machine Scooby-Doo gang, trying to find out what happened to Maddie.
Yeah, and then Ronnie kind of gets added to the mix as things go, but Ronnie's not really part of the group either.
Ronnie's clearly part of the main characters. She's not part of the kids.
No.
I mean, but yeah, we'll get to that. And then they start developing a subplot where a guy who's old enough, I imagine is he going to be Mike's grandfather? It's not. He's got to be Mike's grandfather.
I think so.
Or a great uncle, because he's too old to be Mike Hanlon's dad. Mm-hmm. So Leroy Hanlon, who's a major in the Air Force, comes to Derry. There's a big Air Force base. They're testing the B-52 bomber. James Remar shows up as the general. Always a pleasure.
General Shaw, sure.
And then, like, there's some kind of thing where, like, he's attacked by, like, the guys dressed like the miner from My Bloody Valentine attack him, and they try to get him to give up secrets. Feels like a test to me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And then he has an Italian friend who's like a captain, and they fight off the gas mask people. And that's kind of as far as that storyline goes.
Yeah.
And that Leroy's family hasn't come to Derry yet. So he's moving ahead of the rest of the Hanlons to Derry. And that storyline is shelved for these kids trying to figure out what happened to Maddie.
Yeah.
And
I'm very interested to see where they go with the pilots.
Yeah. And then
it is the name of the episode.
Yeah, pilot. And then so the kids make it back to the theater. Ronnie throws up the Music Man. All of a sudden, Maddie is in the Music Man, and then all fucking hell breaks loose.
Yeah, it's a great scene. And like those are like kind of the creative directions I hope this show kind of continues to go. I've been kind of avoiding reviews so far on the show, but one thing I have come across with a lot of people is they're like, the beginning and the end was great, which it was, but there's a lot more in there that like really rewards like attentive viewing, which in 2025 is a foreign concept. So like if you're not like really paying attention, you're missing out on a lot of good Lord, not only for it, but Stephen King overall. And
yes.
I'm probably not even catching half of it.
Dick Halloran's here.
Right.
He's like a driver on the base. I don't know what rank he is in the Air Force, but he's there. And he's played by Chris Chalk, and I enjoy Chris Chalk. He was in Gotham and Homeland. He's a journeyman, like television.
Yeah, you've seen it. He's one of those guys.
Yeah, he's really good. So I'm excited to see what they do with him, and I'm sure there'll be, like every other show, like Castle Rock and all these other shows, there's going to be stuff sprinkled in. And the show is bookended by 2 acts of gratuitous violence against children. So it's crazy. Like they just go for it. I don't know if they'll be able to keep up that level of just like insane sadism, but like I'm here for it if they do. But I imagine there's going to be a lull.
I would think there'd be a lull. And for the most part, I feel like the effects look good, but once in a while look super green screeny, super like not convincing. But for the most part, I think it looked pretty good.
I would agree. Is there anything we're leaving out here?
I mean, I'm sure there is, but I think for now, like, just my overall thoughts, like, I like it. I'm a little hesitant on how similar this group feels and the dynamics feel to what we've already seen. So, like, a part of me is like, I know in future seasons, or I hope in future seasons, they go back even further to like weirder time periods and like really show us how, deep in the insidious Pennywise and it is to the Derry, because all the like adults in Derry we've known from the movies and I think will be shown in the show are just like fucked up. And that's like one of the more interesting aspects of it in Pennywise overall, as opposed to just torturing the kids. So
he poisons
more of like the community getting rotted from within.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. So I think that's it. We'll definitely cover every episode, but let's talk about the ratings for this episode.
Yeah.
I think I would share your opinion on it. Like, I am reserving. Like, this isn't like out of the gates, like, oh my God, the greatest pilot I've ever seen. It is good. I do think there's enough Easter eggs to keep a Stephen King fan happy. I was kind of waffling between like a 3.5 and a 4, but I think I'm going to remain optimistic and go 4 videotapes out of 5 for this pilot. Check it out. If you like this stuff, it's for you. Check it out.
Yeah, I mean, this might just contribute to the fact that, like, I think both It movies are fine. I think most Andy Muschietti movies are fine. Like, I am yet to be blown away by Andy Muschietti, and this pilot hasn't changed that. I think it's a solid single, hits the wall, but it's a slow runner, so it's only going to be held to a single. Could have been a double with a different runner. But anyways, enough analogies to sports ball. 3 videotapes for me with room for improvement. So like I'm hoping as we go, like we get some more surprises. I want some more of the weird cosmic aspects of it to be in the psychedelic aspects to be focused on and not shied away from. I don't know.
It is the 60s. We might see it.
Yeah, so like, you know, lean into the Cthulhu aspects, lean into the Lovecraftian aspects of it here, and let us know it's not just a clown. I don't want this first season to end with a dancing clown. Like I really don't. I don't need that. I'm sure we're gonna see Pennywise as the clown, you know, at some point, but it'd be kind of cool if it wasn't just reserved for the final like episode or 2, because we already know what Pennywise looks like. So like, don't have that be your big like kibosh for the season. But maybe I'm being paranoid.
We'll see. I'm not even going to pass judgment on the paranoia. We'll see what happens. Hey, if you made it this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go to the Facebook group at Why We Love Horror. Here's some QR codes. That's our Letterboxd challenge right there. A prompt a week for the 2025. And we'll keep doing that for a long time. And that's the Pick Your Poison challenge, where Aaron and I are watching a ton of great movies for the month of October. Then I'll do it. We'll be back for episode 2 in less than a week, and then we'll keep up as
it's on Halloween. It's premiering the episode 2, so can't wait to be back.
So we'll be back sooner than you think. This has been Why We Love Horror TV. We'll see you soon.